And it was interesting because not only was it my first year, it was Mark Chamberlain's first year. And for him, it was trial by fire. There were some demonstrations, especially because of Kent State. Although at the time, I would not say this was a terribly politically conscious campus. The students that were going here were primarily blue-collar working-class students. Few of them had parents who were college educated. In fact, few of them had parents who had any college experience at all. And I found that very attractive. I loved working with these students. They had a thirst to learn that was unquenchable. I think part of what happened was very deliberate on the part of some of our presidents. Mark Chamberlain and Herman James, I think, had a different view of this school, that they wanted this to be a residential university. They wanted this to be a place where, when it came to be Friday, students didn't want to go home. They wanted to stay here. They wanted to do things. They wanted to be with fellow students. And when Don Farish got here, and Don Farish got here as a result of the gift, the Rowan gift, Don Farish had a vision. And that vision was to grow this into a truly residential university. And he, I think, was the one who recognized that could not be done without the borough, that there was going to have to be a partnership with the borough. And that partnership was going to have to be economic. And he was making a point that we had to understand that this gift was going to transform the university in ways that people could not yet appreciate. I'm not sure that we can appreciate it yet. We are still in the process of transforming, and that gift was 1992, I think, so that we're living with this incredible transformation that goes on and on and on. We have now, 20,000 students? When I started here, we had 5,000 students. An entering freshman class was, not including transfers, was like 500-600. Now, entering class is 2,500 students. So you have to appreciate the scale of operation here. And the reason why I'm talking about the scale of operation is because something happened here that is truly remarkable. And that is, in spite of this huge scale of operation, in spite of all the buildings, in spite of the sprawl and the size, what made Rowan University, and then Glassboro State College, an inviting place is still here, in spite of all of this. This is a place where you walk across campus in the morning and total strangers will say, "Good morning. How are you? Hi, how you doing?" You go to other campuses, this does not happen. This simply does not happen. And that spirit, I'm not sure I know what to call it exactly. It's the village, the spirit of the village. This faculty is primarily student-oriented. Students want to go here. They feel like they belong. They know there are faculty here who care about them, who want them to succeed. I taught here for, including teaching part-time, I taught here for 50 years. And I still am in touch with lots of students. They have an attachment to this place that does not go away. It becomes part of, when they leave here, this place is part of who they are. And I see this with the faculty too. When they retire, they are still engaged in this institution. Call it a vibe, call it an atmosphere, call it a milieu. There's something unique about Rowan University. And regardless of how big we've grown, it's still here. And I don't think we can spoil it, even if we wanted to, and God knows we don't want to. But I think this part is here to stay. Back then, students with learning disabilities basically didn't go to college. Or if they did, they struggled without any assistance, with little or no assistance at all. Dr. Hushman is a real friend of anybody who lives on the margin. And this includes students with disability. And he has been a real champion of making sure that things are accessible. And certainly in the last 10 years, the university has been, how shall I say this, much more receptive to suggestions about making things more accessible, certainly in the new buildings. We're here for our students. And it doesn't matter if they're students with a disability or students who don't have a disability. It doesn't matter. We're here for our students. The registration, the number of students who register now with our Office of Disability Resources is through the roof. It's hundreds and hundreds. Literally, it's hundreds and hundreds. So students know that they're welcome here. All kinds of students on the margin, first gen, LGBTQ, students of color, Hispanics, you name it. They're here and they're welcomed. This is very special. This is one of the things I love about this university. It's all about the students, and it still is. It still is. And it doesn't matter how big we get, we never lose sight of that goal. That goal is still here. It's still part of who we are. It's part of our DNA. It's why we're Rowan University. I don't think people, originally appreciated what this gift was going to do, how transformative it was going to be. Don Farish obviously did, but a lot of people did not understand what was going to happen. In fact, a lot of things happened that were not predictable. I don't think people realized that once we got a $100 million gift, other people were going to look and say, what is it about this place that somebody gave it $100 million, Henry Rowan realized what an impact this was going to have on New Jersey, on this part of New Jersey, and ultimately on lots of universities, because that $100 million gift was the largest gift ever given to a public institution. Give it here. Look what we've done. Look what we've done with this money. Look at the engineering program. The engineering program we have is unbelievable. Never in a million years when I came here in 1969, if somebody said to me, before you leave here, I want you to know we're going to have 2 medical schools, a major engineering program, liberal arts programs of distinction. It's unreal. It is unbelievable what's happened. The transformation is remarkable, and it's remarkable for everybody, for students with disability, students without disability, students, minority students. I have seen such a transformation in this place.